Hey everybody, it's the Abstractionist. I am here with a video. So I am going to talk about like this tarot collection that I'm trying to like come up with. So essentially, hairline, I don't know. Essentially it is like going in like a few different directions. Now you guys know that I bought the tarot, like make your own tarot thing. I haven't cracked that open yet, but I have been experimenting with like watercolor and stuff like that, and India inks, and that is something that I have on my art channel, which is so funny. I have an art channel, I have a writing channel, I have like so many different channels, but on my art channel I explored this. Right now it's collage, so I'm exploring what that looks like for me and going with that. But I decided to do a little bit of watercolor and India ink, and I decided to do it on mixed media paper and watercolor paper. I was like watercolor paper, just to see how I like it. I like mixed media paper a little bit better. Watercolor paper, it was okay, because I did use, like India ink, so I don't expect it to be like the best, but I mean, it wasn't the worst. Anyway, a common theme started coming up around making like different marks and stuff like that, so it became like more abstract, whereas like the most tarot decks are like representational with like figures and numbers and stuff like that. It didn't have that, so it ended up being kind of more, I think, really like oracle oriented. So I started like experimenting with that, and I do think I kind of have what I am looking for and what I'm interested in. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I was experimenting with and kind of where it would go. So I just dropped like a whole bunch of like India ink on like different papers. This one I started a new concept, which is drawing like plant-ish kind of things on the ink, so it looks like that. I don't really necessarily like it. I'm not married to this idea. It's just I started prototyping because I didn't like the watercolor, the India ink design. I like the paper, but I just didn't like the design that I made, so I just like drew it over it. Again, with this one, didn't like it either, so I had to get rid of it. But things like this, I enjoyed. Wasn't too fond of this one, but it's okay. You know, what does these mean? And these are the themes that I was coming up with. It kind of reminds me of throw shard like cards. And it was just me dropping ink in water and just seeing what would happen, right? And this is what happened. So different ones. This is when I experimented with the two colors, right? The little blob is like a piece of the gold flakes, stuff like that. So these were the little mini ones that I experimented with. I think this is still mixed media paper. I really enjoy experimenting with it, but it started to get like somewhere with it, and I think I am determined to kind of go through with it. Another thing is I have collage that I've been working on, and that may be something that I'm interested in as well, because you know I like collage. I have the Ritual Tarot. I have the, oh man, what's the other one? Voyager Tarot. I like collage decks. I find them, yes, cluttered sometimes, but I like the associations, and I like the different elements and how they can make a composite whole, and what does it mean to have like these little things in there, because the Voyager Tarot has like very interesting kind of like associations, and it makes you think, because I kind of feel like just representing the hermit, you know, with like the guy and the lantern and stuff like that, as opposed to like, you know, a chalkboard, some tires, a cave, the Blair Witch Project, a still from that. Like, putting these things together, like, what does it mean? Like, you can come up with like totally new associations. And so I'm very interested in going down that route as well. We'll see. So I just experimented again, India ink. I didn't really like that I put black in this one. I feel like it would have been really nice if it just didn't have it. Things like this. So I enjoy what I created. I think that I'm very interested in just experimenting, right? So I really enjoyed the black and the blue, especially. So I really got some interesting ones when I was working with the blue. And so the theme may be like grief and loss, and then blue, just blue. And so I was just putting together stuff, right? The black was pretty okay too. I think I liked when the black was on different, the black was on like a different size. Like I enjoyed like this size. I started to make little things. I'm just showing you guys like a whole bunch of stuff. But this is what I did, my creative like process. Another thing I might want to do is cut these out and Mod Podge them onto art projects that I have. So that may be another thing, depending on which ones I like, don't like, especially like that one. I like this one too. It just reminds me of some art that I've seen. Just all of this stuff, you know? And I was just working, prototyping, doing stuff. I enjoyed circles. I enjoy circles and spirals. The spirals like a very sacred kind of like symbol for me. I actually have a name for my business, my massage business. That's going to be based on that. So yeah, I'm just going to show you experiments. And I think that if you want to create an interesting deck, you have to be willing to experiment with everything, right? Now, do I have meanings associated with this? I would have to make a deck and make my own meanings, right? But that is part of the fun. So if I do go ahead with these, some of these, the meanings, I would have to figure out like what I'm trying to say with these. As I use them, you know, it might be 6 months to a year of using them, figuring out what I get when I read with them. I think that process of learning about these things would be very interesting. And yeah, I'm excited to undertake this endeavor. I think that it'll take me about another 6 months to a year to kind of get it all together, but I'm very excited about it. So here's some more that I had. I'm just showing you. So. And then I messed it up with this. I would edit this part off. Yeah. And I mean, I was just experimenting. I go through concepts like pretty fast. So, you know, I just experiment, get it together. I did like this color. I do. I like this color. It's not as vibrant as like the actual like blue, but that one's like a green blue type. Again with the circles. This is just brush strokes, water. So these are the things that I've been experimenting with, coming up with. I think that I have a pretty good idea of where I want that to go. And I have, I guess now, 2 different ideas. So one would be the collage pieces. They're not these. And the other would be these that I just showed you. I think that me exploring all of this stuff has helped me. So, you know, I've been processing a lot of stuff emotionally, as you know, but I definitely feel a creative spark. So I'm gonna go with that creative spark, and I'm gonna keep going with it and going with it and going with it and see where it takes me. And hopefully it takes me somewhere great, because I'm interested in doing it. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. I think I have like another video, and then like I started the planetary reading, so those should be out within the next week or 2. By the end of April they should all be done, because hopefully I have enough time to do that stuff. I do, I just be like lazy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.